What's up, my aquas? And great morning. Welcome and welcome back to Cars for Hire. My aquas, some of you guys may be early birds, or you may be a night owl, like an early night owl, or a late time night owl, I should say. As I was sitting down, because it's like maybe 6 in the morning, and I don't normally wake up at this time, but I naturally wake up when there are things that need to be done, or I'm anxious about something, or about getting something done that could be significant. But as I sat down, I heard it is 2 o'clock in the fucking morning. So you could have someone that is constantly breathing down your neck about something about your habits or something like that could be significant. Mm. I was also hearing, I'm not hitting you. I'm not hitting you. I'm not touching you. Something about a pest could be very significant. Somebody around you could be a little irritating, maybe trying to provoke a certain reaction out of you. Mhm. And there's something also significant about admiring someone from afar, a friendship, a lover, a partner, or envying someone else that has something that you want could be very significant. Some of you guys may be implementing more jewelry. Some of you guys may have bought more jewelry, or you are wanting to or desiring to feeling the need to wear more jewelry. I was also picking up on the energy of you guys being too hot to handle at this time for the people who want to handle you. Ooh, okay. Let's get into this. All right. Some of you also may be receiving like an early message. All right. An early morning message. And before I was guided to this stone adventuring, so something about your heart chakra maybe opening up, or you feeling called to be a little more open emotionally. And even this could even involve or require you to be more open and creatively. Yeah. But then as I started, I don't know what this is called, but it's so pretty. I can't remember where I found it or when I bought it. But yeah, this mustardy color could be significant because I have two incense colors and I chose the mustard one. Usually I'm drawn to the purple one. Self love, unbothered. Okay. Somebody may need to break that hard exterior of aquas. Okay. Before we get into this, we gotta pray before we eat. Lord, I thank you in advance. As for clarity, perception, as well as progression and connection, I extend my gratitude and ask that my angels and guides protect me and mine on this vibing moon. There's something significant about a reoccurring ache within the body, or this could be a reoccurring irritation, possibly with this person that I was speaking about before. It's like a dull ache. Okay. Divine, what's this message for my aquas? Abundance in reverse. Interesting. Okay. And I just said that mustard colored yellow. False. I'm gonna put that back though. Didn't fall all the way out, but false. False narrative, false documentation could be significant. A lie. The movie Big Fat Liar could be significant. Somebody could have lied on you and you could have thought that they got away with it, but they don't. They don't get away with it. Or they didn't. You just might not be able to see the aftermath or their karma. Twin flame. I'm gonna pull one more. Mm. Somebody may be realizing that their desired relationship is not going to come through their twin flame. And I think that's a major misconception that twin flames mean I stick it out, I wait, I hold out. That's not what that means. A twin flame is meant to come into your life and essentially redirect your energy towards yourself, especially if they are combative or toxic in any nature. Yeah, it shines light on who you are because a twin flame is essentially two bodies, one soul. So if this person is reacting or showing you sides or traits, qualities that you don't deem admirable, then it's time for some introspection. A hermit, a Virgo could be significant. Ascending. Okay. Someone could have also felt a sense of lack prior to their twin flame, and now they are ascending. Or if you came across your twin flame and it didn't work out and you guys had to separate, one or both of you could be ascending separately, mentally and emotionally unstable. Yeah. This could have left you, I heard a doozy. This relationship could have been a doozy. Okay. You could be comparing what it is that you have to that of others. You could also be, and you can compare different things, right? It doesn't have to be materialistic. You can compare your child to others, your dog. Certain developmental issues or delays could be significant. The things that you create. Someone could be comparing their creations to that of others. And comparison is the thief of joy. So make sure that you're not doing that. Two of Swords and Temperance. Someone could be, okay, someone could be feeling a little confused and or indecisive about their peace. Peace could be kind of chaotic for someone who isn't used to it. It feels like, what's next? What's going on? When is the other shoe gonna drop? And that's crazy. I was gonna say a Sagittarius could be significant. Okay. Can I have one more for situation, please? Thank you. An Emperor. Oh, fire signs could be heavy. An Aries could be significant. If you are questioning where you are simply because there's nothing that needs to be fixed, my aquas, I'm picking up on the energy of this is what peace looks like. Somebody is unsettled in a sense of peace. Someone is unsettled being in this authoritative position that you have very much so worked for. And now that it's here, it's kind of like, is this it? Is this the top I was looking for? Is this the peak I was supposed to be resting at? That's my aqua's energy. And as I said that, my heart just started fluttering. Interesting. Wheel of Fortune and the Knight of Pentacles. Whatever cycles that you have been used to, you have, whether intentionally or unintentionally, been moving away from it. So if you're used to karmic cycles, if you're used to situations that don't serve you, that don't align with who you are at your best, you are love. Okay. Aaliyah could be significant, or the letter A could be significant because we do have Aries. It's giving that you slowly but surely been sowing seeds to acquire a better sense of life, a better lifestyle could be significant. Somebody could be tired of arguing. The Tower and the King of Swords, tired of arguing. Hmm. And so some type of action or a sudden change could have occurred, and that left you no choice but to cut someone off or to speak your truth, Aquas. A Libra could be significant. What's my Aqua's advice when dealing with this energy? I'm feeling really, really calm. And it is, I'm not going to say it's unsettling. Nine of Cups at the bottom. I'm not going to say it's unsettling. It's just like, it's so early that I don't have to, like, I checked on my son before I came in. I showered, coffee, stuff like that. And it's just feeling like really tranquil. advice. There's something that you no longer have to be responsible for. And I'm not saying I'm not responsible for my baby, but normally if I'm up, he's up. And so I may have to pause the video, or he may be loud, or there just may be a lot going on that I still have to, or I still get the chance to get work done while experiencing certain disturbances. Mhm. Eight of Swords. This is confusion, okay? Mental entrapment. Don't talk yourself out of a good thing, Aquas. Especially when it comes to, I was just about to say, especially when it comes to romance or relationship, don't talk yourself out of a good thing. And I'm feeling the need to like push my tripod back. There's something about you possibly needing to gain a different type of perspective. Looking at the bigger picture could be significant. Wherever you have Sagittarius, that could help. So look at the house in which Sagittarius is, and that may be where you need to broaden your horizons. Mhm. I also heard increase your value, upcharge. Okay. And the Page of Pentacles, you're learning something new. Don't run away from that. You're learning something new. The Three of Cups, now's the time to celebrate. You may not have been in a celebratory mood or in a celebratory energy. Like there could have been, you could have not really had a reason to celebrate, but peace is a reason to celebrate, especially when you think about the fact that you have chosen peace or peace has just found you. It's important to remember that people that seem very peaceful have the capacity for a lot of chaos. Peace is a choice. And some of you may be confused because you may feel as though peace is synonymous with happiness, and it is not. Happiness, sadness, angers, those are emotions that fluctuate. Peace is a state of being regardless of what's going on, regardless of the confusion, or I'm seeing somebody panic, like evacuating a building, okay? So regardless of what is going on around you, you still hold a certain level of peace. And with that being said, if you have found yourself at peace and you are overwhelmingly happy, that may be the confusion. It's like, I thought I was supposed to be smiling ear to ear all day, every day. Mm-mm. Peace is being okay with where you are now, where it is that you're going, and not in a rush. That's anxious, that's anxiety. Not sad about the past, that's depression. All right? Clarify this Two of Swords and the Temperance, please. There's something significant about pouring back into yourself. This could look like building better boundaries, or this could be pouring into your business more, into your creativity more. Two of Wands in reverse. A delayed action. Because you are in confusion, twos could be significant. Twin flame, okay. Because you are a little taken aback by this piece, not necessarily knowing where to move, but feeling as though the good is still coming. There's still more to come. There's something about you not knowing where to move or what to do. It feels like you don't really have to do anything right now. Just be. We are human beings, not human doings. Okay. And that may be a little bizarre or foreign to you at this time. Uh-oh. Oh, my deck was in reverse. Okay. Somebody could have been looking at something from a negative point of view. I'm thinking about the phrase or analogy, glass half full, glass half full, glass half empty. Okay. I may be talking to people that are normally glass half empty people. Yeah, the hermit, introspection. And notice how it kind of coddled back into the deck. Okay. Definitely picking up on a certain level of peace that you are finding within your solitude. You could be used to being around a lot of people or giving to the wrong people. And now that you are comfortable with self, it's kind of like, I don't really need energy anymore. I don't really need too much energy around me in order to feel good. You could be empathetic. I could be speaking to empaths that take on or internalize a lot of others' energies. Ace of Swords. And that's the truth. And that's what you're coming into clarity about. The chaos is gone because I'm no longer entertaining those people. I'm no longer around people that bring chaos. But it's something that you grew to be used to. You learned to just work in the chaos. So much so that when the chaos fell off or fell away, the peace is almost unsettling. Unfamiliar territory. Can I find the Emperor, please? A Libra could be significant. I think I said that. Six of Pentacles and Temperance again. You've been giving back to yourself, pouring into yourself. Temperance is the alignment of being grounded in your body, taking stock of your emotional body, emotions, while also being connected to your mind. So, not necessarily being pulled either which way. I'm saying there's a deck in this, there's a card in this deck that shows the chakras aligned. And so sometimes our emotions may be being tugged out of alignment, or our third eye or our throat chakra may be out of alignment, pulled into a different way that doesn't contribute to our alignment. Hmm. And the odd feeling is, oh, everything's good. I don't have any triggers. There's nothing to work on, at least not for now. There's something significant about just being in the now. Okay. Something about whispering could be significant because I was whispering to myself earlier. Ace of Cups. Yeah, this is a new you, a new love, a new, you could be seeing yourself in a new way as well. Enhancing your abilities in some way, shape, or form, or opening up to the abilities that are coming to you. Hmm. Okay. This could be in an emotional capacity. You might not have always had enough grace for yourself. And now's the time to work on that due to the fact that you have nothing else to lose yourself in. You have nothing else to distract yourself with. Yeah. The wheel again. Eight of Wands. Fast communication, fast disturbances, fast abruptions, things abruptly stopping or starting, that could be slowing down right now in order for you to properly hone in on self. It feels like this new journey is going to require you to know who you are without the interference of other energies. You may find that you are alone more in this life, in this life, okay? I mean in this phase. Mhm. And this is different for you, Aquas, because you guys are a fixed sign. So change, you could be a little avoidant of change, even if the change that you are moving towards is better. Fixed signs a lot of times are sturdy, stable, but also stubborn. kind of hard to change. I'm seeing the universe like wrap a wrap a rope around the earth and like pull. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. That's what I was hearing. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. That's what I was hearing. Yeah. Okay. Six of Pentacles and the Temperance. Interesting. And so now the Tower again. It feels as though you can't believe that you are now stepping into an energy where you are receiving what you are used to only giving. Yeah. Two of Pentacles, that juggling. Two of Pentacles is a balancing act of sorts. The things that you have been thinking about are now coming into are now being materialized. And as we are stepping from one path to another, think about stepping on stairs, you know, part of your body is higher than the other part before it comes up. Okay. Elevation is significant. Even though I got some big, big plans. I've been hearing this song since yesterday. And I keep picking it up from my Sagittarius reading. I didn't hear the song when I was reading for Saggies, but every time I a preview, this phase that you're in right now is a preview to what you have to look forward to. If you think you're lonely now, wait until tonight, girl. Interesting. It's lonely at the top, Aquarius. The people that you have surrounded yourself with at the bottom is plentiful. The bottom is popular, okay? But as you get higher, as you climb higher up on that ladder, some people stop at certain levels. But if you keep going up, you'll notice that the population density just gets more sparse and more sparse. More and more sparse is what I wanted to say. Believe in yourself. Don't go backwards or awkward. Okay? All right. The Wheel of Fortune, please. The letter R could be significant. Ravioli could be significant. Somebody could be Italian. Tell me why the King of Swords just came back out again. The Magician, yes. This is something that you've manifested, okay? Or this is something that you are actively manifesting. Queen of Cups, okay. You could have been an overgiver in some capacity. Two of Wands, you could have navigated by way of your emotions. You could have been oftentimes guided to act by way of your emotions, being guided by your emotions, okay? Yeah, that adventuring. And now, as you move through this towards your peace or a more peaceful time, you could be finding that it doesn't behoove you to constantly be in an emotional state. Emotions are fine and dandy, but you cannot navigate through them or not navigate through them, navigate by them, be driven by them simply because, as we were speaking about, the ebbs and flows, happiness, sadness, emotions are fleeting. Pay attention to them, acknowledge them, pick up on what they are trying to tell you, but don't make decisions based off of your current emotions. Yeah, this could even be significant when it comes to arguing or getting into a spat with people. Maybe don't make harsh decisions in that moment. Take space, take a break. You could be taking space in order to decide what it is that you want, what peace looks like for you. Knight of Pentacles, the Magician comes out again. This is just so, everything's just so cohesive with this message. I love when things clarify from a different deck. And you may be picking up different synchronicities and confirmations in different areas that you wouldn't normally expect. This could be movies or arts, artifacts could be significant, going to the museum, nature. This could even be by way of your family members or people that you talk to on a consistent basis. Even strangers could be significant. Yeah, you've slowly but surely been planting seeds. This could be slowly but surely pulling away from people that wish to bring chaos in your life or are simply chaotic by design. These people are used to chaos. And so they could have normalized chaotic disturbances. Mm. All right, clarify this tower and this king of swords. And so the tower, which came out before, and I put it back, the change is the king of swords. Being more so rational and taking action when you are set on a mindset. Not choosing a decision off of a whim, based off of a whim. Yeah. Six of Cups and the Nine of Cups. Interesting. 15, the devil. Not choosing places or not making a decision derived from chaos or from negativity, from obsession, from fear. It feels as though you steady the boat and then you move forward. Steady yourself. Change what you can change. That's what that feels like. You change what you can change, you release what you cannot release or what you cannot change, forgive me. And then you move forward accordingly. And I was speaking about Six of Cups, childhood, King of Cups. That's exactly what I was thinking about when I said steady the boat. Steady the boat, okay? And so, yeah, Eight of Cups, leaving what no longer serves you, leaving what you could have settled for, because the King of Cups is awesome. He's very compassionate, very nurturing. Sometimes he could possibly be a little combative, or confrontation could find him because he's so regal in a sense. You can't always see his emotions. You can't always see his heart on his sleeve. He doesn't always wear his heart on his sleeve, okay? But with that, sometimes I feel like the King of Cups can hide their emotions well. It doesn't mean that they aren't there. A King of Swords has rationalized his emotions, his or her emotions, forgive me, their emotions. There's no gender in tarot. Two of Materials. Yeah, this could have been something that you wanted to fix, okay? It's easier for us to manifest from a level or from a place of certainty, not necessarily a level or a place of fear. So I want a new relationship because this one isn't working out. That manifestation might not come, or it may come in a form that you don't really like or desire. I'm scared to lose this job because I might not have money, or I'm scared to lose this job because of my status. And then you lose the job because you were manifesting out of a place of fear. Okay. I want a new job, or I want a new car because I don't want people to look at me like that, or I don't want to be viewed in a certain way. I don't want to have to go without. I don't want to have to I don't want to have to move out of a state of deprivation. Mm. I keep hearing, if you think you're lonely now, babyface, I think that's who that is. Wait until tonight. Girl, there's something significant about you possibly putting on a brave face around others or in the daylight. And then when you come home, like, not only do the clothes come off, but the weight of the world comes off. Like, I've been holding something about you holding up a mask. You could possibly wear shades a lot because the eyes are the windows to the soul. You don't want people to see into your soul. I don't even know you. Everybody's Eight of Swords, please. The Fool. You are unsure about this new phase. Risk assessment could be significant. Three of Cups. Should I really be celebrating? Huh? Knight of Pentacles. You've been working for this. And it feels as though it's taken so long that you almost gave up on it with this Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest turlord in the animal kingdom, but it's the most stable. It's the one that is most likely to stay. Think about a brick building compared to a straw building. Three Little Pigs could be significant. You could have given somebody three chances. I'm here. You only got one shot. Do not. There's a chance to blow. Okay. Eminem could be significant. Something significant about Native Americans. One more for this Eight of Swords. You're in your head about this new journey, but you are in your head. It's self-inflicted. Five of Swords is self-inflicted. Don't sabotage you because you already know what's behind you, Aquas. You already know. You already know when you were confused. You know how confusion feels. And now it feels like you guys are confused without the confusion. I had a client yesterday, and conveniently enough, she is an Aqua. And she was like, essentially, I have nothing to fear. Like, I've built up such a strong boundary for myself. I don't have anything to worry about. I don't have anything to question. And she was like, so what do I do with myself? The Four of Wands, please. Queen of Swords. Get used to being okay with this solitude. Get used to being okay with celebrating small wins, even. The queens always give me internal reflection because feminine energies are the receptors, masculine energies are the producers, the givers, the providers. And I'm not saying that in a feminine in a from a man or a woman point of view because women provide things, right? Men have a certain level of introspection. Men can be intuitive if you so choose, but it's also giving me the energy of loosen up. Okay. There's a way that you can be conscious, rational, logical, moving by way of wisdom and your intuition, but also keeping in mind that you do have a heart. You do have a place that you can go to create. And so there's a lot of swords, two king of swords, okay? You've definitely shown the universe that you're not taking bullshit anymore. And surprise, surprise, bullshit is not finding you. And now you're like, wait a minute. It's like you're expecting an ambush. Guerrilla warfare could be significant. You could be used to being ambushed or bombarded with a significant amount of change from every which way. One more for the Four of Wands. You could be analyzing a relationship, admiring somebody from afar. You could be dealing with someone that is afar, that is maybe different countries, different towns, different time zones. Put it where it goes. Yeah. The Knight of Swords and the King of Wands. Okay. I love to see this. You could be dating or experiencing someone that is the opposite of you. So whereas you may be more logical, you know, you are air signs, more so in your headspace, this person may drag you down to the passion place. It makes me think of the sunken place. You may feel like acknowledging your emotions for too long puts you in like a sunken place type of mentality. Like ill feelings, vulnerability, mentally and emotionally unstable. Look, an ice queen. Interesting. This person is reminding you to feel. This person is reminding you how beautiful it is when you open up your heart to them. Because when you open up your heart, you open up to creativity, you open up to being poured into. We are the receivers. Creativity is about receiving information and then creating it or putting it out in whatever way, shape, or form you may feel called to. So, when I say that, I mean creativity like receiving downloads and then materializing that download, what it was that you saw. We receive messages in different ways. Sometimes it's by poems, sometimes it's by visions or painting, sometimes it's by what can I make as far as clothing goes. Somebody could be a jewelry maker, but whatever it is that you saw in your head, whatever you have drawn inspiration from, you're meant to take it and mold it into what you think is pretty and then show it to somebody else. You know what I mean? It's like, man, I feel what you're saying. That's why artists always like I saw something the other day. There's nothing that is what's the word I'm looking for? I'm thinking about innovative, but nothing is really new. Like I heard one time, music, when it comes to music, there are no more harmonies to create. You can mix them up, but as far as harmony goes, like there's nothing really, I'm not going to say authentic, but there's nothing really new to have. You can pick up on old ideas, old mindsets, old pictures, old poems, old creations from others and then mold it to be what it is that you want. But you don't forget that you took inspiration from others. It also puts me in the mind of what's that boy name? Jaden Smith. He was like, everybody wants to go and make their own staircase. There's already a staircase made. He was like, and once you get to the top, just utilize that ledge and then build upon that. Okay. So someone may not be used to building from a creative space when it comes to the heart. And that may be why you are feeling dull. You're creating from a place of need, not necessarily a place of uh, admiration for self. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. It's just creating for the sake of creating. There's really no need for it aside from, oh, that's beautiful. Or wow, this is making me feel good. Or wow, I finished this. There doesn't always need to be a reason. Reason is powerless in the face of love. I have a card that says that in that deck. All right, Page of Pentacles. Wait until 10 alarm. 710 could be significant. 7 of Cups is significant. It feels like you're very timid to start this new endeavor because it feels like whatever you are leaving, you've perfected. You've perfected your strategy when dealing with the chaos, the distractions, people being dramatic. Okay. That is what you were used to. Now you're like, what am I supposed to do with this? New? What's new? You don't like adjusting. Aquarius. Fixed sign. Makes sense. That's what it's feeling like. Queen of Wands. Look, this person, this King of Wands, it feels like it's going to remind you to feel again, remind you how powerful you are when you create from a place of passion, from a place of desire, from a place of being desired. A lot of people create from heartbreak, especially when you think about the music of today. But there are a lot of love songs as well. There are a lot of people creating from a happy place, all right? And that is what you are going to be doing. That's what you're being called to do. A place of, and this is going to also make you a little more confident when dealing with your emotions because you could have been used to, oh, I feel that. Oh, I don't want to feel that. And then you just keep moving on. But that doesn't mean that you're not still attached to that emotion. Imagine closing a door and you're still connected to like string wise, connected to an emotion and you're just dragging it around. So imagine all of those emotions that you have accumulated that you haven't quite been able to dig through, to feel your way through. They're still back there. They just got a little dust on them. Dust them things off. You could learn something new about yourself, about people also, okay? The better we get to know and understand ourselves, the better we are able to understand others. When we realize where we could have been jealous or naive or rebellious or resentful or deceitful, when we realize where that energy was coming from and where it stems from core wise, from our core, we are better able to recognize it in other people and give them grace. Oh, they just haven't dealt with that yet. Yeah. Page of Swords, you're learning something new. This is gaining new information. Somebody could be a big gifter. This relationship could also be a gift. All right. It's going to teach you, it's going to kind of start the cycle over because you are already the King of Swords. But what you don't want to recognize is that you are still new to certain aspects because you never took the time to properly explore them. Now's the time for you to explore them. The Sun. And with that, more clarity, more happiness will be upon you. Okay? Don't be freaked out. Don't get scared now. Again, with this perspection, change in perspection, okay? Maybe feelings aren't so bad, especially because you've already mastered, you have a master class of detachment. Mhm. Wish wisely. Use your wishes wisely to manifest your heart's desire and take practical steps towards making your dreams come true. Okay. Whenever I get the wish wisely, I always pick up on the energy of whatever you thought you wanted. Are you sure you want that? And if you do, where is that desire coming from? Is it coming from a place of, like I was speaking about before, fear? Is it coming from a place of uncertainty? Steady the boat. Is it coming from a place of, I don't know what else to do, A place of confusion, indecision? Steady yourself. You don't have to move too fast. Inner child. The fairies of playfulness remind you to take the time to embrace your inner child. Playing keeps us young at heart. Do something silly and fun, but stay safe. You've been too serious. Why so serious? Aquas. Okay. Hidden depths. Something hidden is about to come to light. Perhaps a secret or a memory at the back of your mind. When we expose what's hidden, we can become free. Explore yourselves, Aquas. You got this. I love y'all so much. I really hope that helped. If you have any questions for me or would like a personal reading, check the description box down below. And as always, stay fly.